Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Gloomhaven, where today we're gonna go meet some Inox? I don't know if that's the plural of the, whatever. We're gonna go kill him, is the important thing. This feels doable. Probably, potentially. Let's hope so. You know, we got those improved decks now with our blessings and everything. As you walk down a dirt path, you see a hard-looking mercenary also shitting, sitting in a patch of grass. He nods as you pass. "Hey, friends," he says. There is something off about his tone, though. "I don't suppose one of you might be willing to part with a stamina potion, would you? I'm headed toward Gloomhaven, but I've just come such a long way. I'm not feeling too good about the stretch I have left." With the clank of his sword sheath against his armor and a loud groan, the man stands up. "I'll pay you well for it." Yeah, okay. After some oddly tense negotiations, you're able to agree upon a price. With one hand firmly on his sword hilt, the man grabs a coin pouch with the other hand and extends it toward you. You exchange goods and continue on your journey without further incident. Okay, well, I kind of thought I might get more than just the base value of the thing. We're giving that all to Billy. Yep. So yeah, we've.
So this merchant wants to make an example of some caravan raiders. Yeah, seems reasonable enough. For the right amount of money, almost anything can be made reasonable. You enter the Dagger Forest and begin to track down the encampment using Jixera's crude map. It is well hidden, but following the signs outlined on the parchment, you find a dense cluster of huts in a small clearing of the forest. All that's left is to head in and make that requested example.
Yeah, so let's see here. What do we got as far as missions? Health at the end of the scenario is real low. Loot no gold piles or chests. Is that just nice wouldn't be able to do that? Or, because if it's just nice, I feel like that's pretty easy to do. Yeah, we'll take indigent. And then for Billy, reveal a room tile by opening a door on your turn. Seems... I don't know that there are going to be doors, I guess. Or kill an undamaged monster with a single attack. I guess we'll do this. If there aren't doors, then there aren't doors. Because it seems like this is going to be tents in like a forested area. But maybe the tent flap will count as a door. Or maybe we're going to end up underground again. You know, I don't actually know what the maps are like in this game. Okay, yeah, it's a forested corridor is what it is. Okay, so there's a lot of health and stuff on these characters. Was expecting maybe at least a little bit of given the large number of enemies that we're supposed to kill. I was expecting maybe like a little bit of a soft entry, but no, I guess we're just going straight for it. So yeah, massive boulder and like something. Massive boulder and just a normal move or something like that. Honestly, rumbling advance into massive boulder isn't terrible, but I'm gonna unstable upheaval and just like give myself the maximum chance of going before they do. And then you can probably be thinking about the same thing. Well, except I probably want to use the move on Shield Bash for you because I want you to go after the boulder is thrown. And we wanna just like leaping cleave here. Wow, 8s and 14s. Cool. Alright. Okay. Did nothing with its turn. Yeah, right? There's no reason not to do this. So I promise I'm not going to spend the entire series grousing about the combat decks. But And this will just be a move. I mean, we need to advance. Oh, these are doors. These are doors that might open. Well, yeah, we'll kind of advance. But I was thinking about this a little bit more, and it really does feel like, okay, that's not such a big deal. The main value that you get out of using a deck for resolving random events over a die is that you, is that level of certainty, right? Like, over an infinite number of rolls, you will roll, you know, approaching 1/6 of the time. You'll roll each face on a d6. But if your attack randomizer is a deck of cards that says 1 through 6, and you only reshuffle it after it runs out every time, then not only do you get a 6 1/6 of the time, but in every 6 attacks, there is a 6. Right? I would say that that is, by a huge margin, the most useful thing about using a deck instead of a die, is that you can guarantee that there won't be any long strings of abnormally good or abnormally bad luck. You can actually like balance and weight things. Not to mention that obviously there's a lot of stuff where you get like the ability to what do you call it? The ability to mess with the deck, like to look at 2 cards and put one on the top and one on the bottom, or, you know, there's all kinds of like magic selection type effects. So this system, where if you hit the high end or the low end, it just immediately resets the deck so that you can have the best card over and over again or the worst card over and over again, seems to me like they went to a lot of extra trouble to include cards instead of a deck, and then just made it function exactly as bad as dice do anyway, to include cards instead of dice, you know. And I know that like they were talking about these like long-term modifications to the deck, but we're not allowed to make the long-term modifications that would fix this problem, right? It's just baffling to me. More than upset, I am baffled. All right. Anyway, I'm going to try not to go on and on about it anymore. Do I want to throw my stun right now? Do I want to just spend... Because like the earlier we do this, the more meaningful it's going to be, right? I'm just going to go ahead and Warhammer him. Okay. Yep, that's fine. So they don't get to do too much here. Obviously, we can throw a pretty solid dirt tornado at this point. So I'm going to try that. I don't know how early that's going to get us. 29 is a little soft. Here... So what's my plan for the dirt tornado exactly? I would prefer a really hard hit on one person over... Yeah, I'd prefer to like land the trample strike. It might even be worth doing Eye for an Eye's heal just to set the... You know what, let's take the move from Provoking Roar. I was thinking just to like reset the element for the Cragheart. But here, we'll do like this. Wow, yeah, 9s. Jeez. Alright, what are you going to do with it? Okay. I appreciate that he walked into the area of the attack we're about to do. That's fun. Definitely just attack you. Cool. Great. So I was given a curse from that attack, right? Yeah, notice it says curse on the attack card, but if you didn't mouse over this, even if you're looking at your combat log, you would never know that happened because it just doesn't include it. This should be fucking everything, right? Because we don't naturally have curses in our decks anymore. That's pretty wild that I drew that instantly. Might get to thinking something was kind of up, if you didn't know any better. Anyway. Okay, so let's throw that dirt tornado right here. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, I will say we are already suffering a little bit for our thing, because I would absolutely rumbling advance to here if it wouldn't break our goal. But that's fine. We'll just go to here and we'll hit this guy and refresh our element. Hey, that didn't do damage. Shouldn't it have? Huh. Okay, the spawner will deactivate once the door next to it is open. So is there a spawn? This tile is a spawner? What's the spawner? I'm assuming this is the door next to it because the guy is appearing right there. But the spawner should probably be marked out a little bit more explicitly. That's bizarre. Okay. Crushing grasp. Just smash the guy next to me, right? And then what? You're at 4 HP. You might actually have to spend 2 relatively early cards here. We had to get some healing done. And warding strength might be good enough for something. Yeah, I really do want to remove targets. Okay, I wasn't expecting that we would get to go first there. Getting a sense for how fast that archer is. All right, helmet's doing good work. That's a little annoying, though. So obviously, let's murder. +0 is acceptable. Now, we don't actually know how many rooms we're talking about here, right? So I'm a little leery of deactivating a spawner too quickly. All right, you weren't planning to move anyway. This will be fine. All right, good stuff. And yeah, absolutely just heal self here. Ouch. 4 damage is a lot. I'm going to drop eye for an eye. Okay, well, I can't really be doing it all the time. Okay, so we need 3 move to move safely around that. And then yeah, I don't hate that. Just try to run after the archer and punch him in the face real good. And then you can just try to do lots of damage this turn. I'm assuming the archer will go before me. Oh, archer's slow rolling. Interesting. Well, pretty sure I want to start with this. Ugh, -1 on the archer, of course. Get him again. Alright, it's something. Doing my level best to set things up for our pal. Please get a kill. Alright. Hard to say whether we're seeing much in the way of direct benefit from the modifications that we've already made to our deck. I mean, at this point, fuck it. Okay, blesses himself. We might be able to stop that from mattering. Maybe. Let's Rock Tunnel as move, Crater as attack. And then you're going to short rest. Because you got to get cards back in your hand before you get hit again. Trample getting lost is a bummer, for sure. But it's not, it could be a lot worse. Could be a lot worse. I might be willing to shield bash this guy because we're in quite a lot of danger. Alright, shield bash early. So the shaman is just going to heal himself. That's annoying, but certainly not something I need to be spending a ton of resources on. Alright, that's a hell of a +2. Show me another +2. Show me a ×2. Alright, well, he's not going to have that much left after his heal. Is he going to move away, or... He's actually not. That's interesting. So... Now I wonder, should I just crater the other guy? Since we hit him so hard and try to take him out. We still have some pretty fast cards, right? Yeah, I have Provoking Roar. I think we'll be able to finish him off before he gets to act. Let's stay focused. Solid ×0 there. Love to spend time thinking about what to do and then have it come up ×0. Alright, and you are too stunned to act. Too stunned by my incredible combat prowess. I will redraw that. Earth and Cloud I'm much happier losing than the Tornado. So... what is the right attack here? Honestly, Rumbling Advance for the heal would be really nice, but I don't know if I can... Definitely going to open with Provoking Roar here. And then maybe it's time to put down the Warding Strength? Or maybe I should just Leaping Cleave for a kill. Yeah, maybe that's better. What am I talking about? It would be Leaping Cleave for the movement. The Provoking Roar is my attack. It doesn't have to be. But it also may as well be. I'm not going to spend Overwhelming Assault yet, so we'll just use that as a move. So we have, in theory, a pretty good strike here. I guess maybe I didn't need to move because maybe what I want to do is Opposing Strike. So perhaps I am, in fact, a fool. Definitely don't want a massive boulder in this situation. So yeah, I probably want to spend one of these two as movement. I guess it'll be Dirt Tornado, so let's yeah, Crushing Grasp. Into Dirt Tornado. An 8. Jeez. Well, we're not going to get our mission completed because we're going to run out of cards long before we possibly could. Alright, I don't think it helps us to push you in any way. I am immobilized. So in fact, it really doesn't help us to push you in any way. All right, so are we going to get... There we go. I was going to say, are we going to get some more enemies? There's supposed to be a spawner here, right? So, like, unstable upheaval is by far the fastest thing we have left. I think just using this as a normal attack, too, probably makes sense. And then... I don't know. From there, I don't know. I guess that's my move. I don't know that we need to move. And here... Well, I certainly want to do my leaping cleave over my warding strength, because leaping cleave gives us an XP. So I guess try something like this. Okay. So the shaman wants to heal himself. We're just gonna not let him do that, hopefully. I'm gonna run at this guy to panic him, I guess. Or draw his attention. Trying really hard to just get him to not attack the brute. Acceptable. Alright. I am poisoned, which obviously is a bummer. I'm allowed to pick up treasure. It's just the other guy who isn't. Okay, pretty good. Pretty happy to see that. And also, I found this gold on the ground. I assume it doesn't belong to anybody. Alright, we are not super likely to be getting an attack off here. You actually have to long rest, I think. So... like, we want an opposing strike and what? Nothing, really. I might do avalanche to just, like, create a rock out of position just to get my element rolling. Okay, brilliant. Alright, that's easy enough. You get a little bit of healing, and we get to drop. Provoking Roar is really fast, and it's our only really fast card left. I guess we have plenty of, like, 3s. Warding Strength is less exciting now than it used to be. Ugh, yeah, I hate this. I hate the turn where the enemy doesn't have to show up or anything. Well, we'll rumbling advance for the heal, obviously. And rock tunnel to back up, I guess? Because I'm going to heal the brute. We don't have anything to do on a turn where nothing is happening. It should not make me spend 2 cards for this shit. So what are the 2 cards I want least? It's probably like Sweeping Blow and... We're going to use Overwhelming Assault at some point. When we open this door, right? I guess that's a consideration. Can I, should I be positioning to open a door? Yeah. But I can't open a door now. So we'll go like Overwhelming Assault is my move card and Sweeping Blow is the thing we're just not doing. So keep that energy alive. And you want to like not be adjacent, probably. Let's move to here. So I'm still adjacent, but I'm now, you know, skip the rest of the movement. I'm now in a place where I can open a door. Yes, skip push. Don't. If there's no enemies, why even ask me? Really? Still nothing. Okay. It's not great. If I open a door, maybe we will find some new enemies. So, like, I'm going to leaping cleave into this door, I guess. And have Spare Dagger loaded up as a potential weapon. And you're going to Massive Boulder for the run to here. And, yeah. Okay, here we go. Some enemies to fight. So 2 of these plus 1 of those. All right, let's open with the knife throw. Doesn't really matter which one. They're kind of the same guy. -1. But I do get an XP out of it. All right, helmet purchases. Also acceptable. Damn it. All that -1. What do we have left? So I could leaping cleave. I thought I might have skipped the push. You probably have to short rest. I think crushing grasp is a 5 fine burn. That's a yeah, totally acceptable. We don't have our element up right now, which means Dirt Tornado is a little bit less fun than it could be. But we can, like, Unstable Upheaval, Massive Boulder. And you can short rest. I can't lose Spare Dagger, right? That's, yeah. That's bad, but it's better. It's like Provoking Roar and Sweeping Blow, because my plan here is going to be to back up a step. And at this point, somebody should open that door. But we have like 100 turns before it becomes relevant. All right. Shields and retaliates. So, you know, I was going to provoke it. Why would I Provoking Roar? I'm going to Sweeping Blow and then back up with the other thing. All right, one of them is at 3. That's good. And we will back up toward here so I can actually do that. Interact with that door soon. You are going to throw a massive boulder at this fellow. Please let me get that 3. All right. Pretty good. Do I want to do this? This effect lasts until the end of the round. So it's a little frustrating because like the enemies are going to shield, and I believe their shield is going to last until their next turn. I think this is just movement for me, but it's a little annoying. Because I think what we're going to want to do is wait until after the enemy's turns. Let's see how this actually works. They're going to gain retaliate and shield. I guess, you know, there might be stuff through there, but we needed to not deactivate the spawner yet anyway. Whatever, it's fine. Rumbling advance into opposing strike is... So yeah, the retaliate and the thing are both gone. Never mind. It does work the same way for both of us. I will probably just throw a knife at you. Okay, 55, nice and late. Only moves 1 space. Fantastic. Always -1 with that attack. Like literally always. So I'm doing opposing strike. It's not terrible for me to jump and open the door. There might be stuff beyond it, but we like can't afford to wait probably, right?
You push your way
Yep,
into
okay.
that cave,
There's one more.
only to be faced with a half-dozen crying, screaming Inox children. You have little opportunity to contemplate the implications of this development, however, as you find yourself also staring down the bows of several Inox archers.
One archers.
Your only option is to continue fighting.
Okay, 1 archers. Am I allowed to? Yeah, remarkably, I am allowed to jump back out of the doorway. There are traps, so obviously I don't want to continue forward. Yeah, the last hex entered will be treated as if it was a normal move. I was like, you know, this might be a thing where the rules are weird. Nah. So that guy's going to attack for 3 at range 4. And he's probably going to just be able to shoot me despite the fact that he can't see me, which is annoying. So maybe I should just fall back to here because he's going to be able to see me either way. Yeah. We can at least get gold, right? And the brute's probably out. Oh, right. There was a good reason not to do it that way. Do I want to change my play here? Because, like, heal 4 is not insignificant. I'm not killing this guy in either case. But we have to be doing damage constantly. That's kind of like the thing about the game. I think I have to just forego the 2 damage. Or the 1 damage. Because it might actually make a difference as to how many cards we're discarding. Show me 2x. Nope. Yeah, we have a fair number of them. It's not unreasonable. Okay, yeah, so that's it. Burning 2 discarded cards kills us. But we're gonna go down slow. I'm gonna enter in a long rest next turn. I'm gonna get them focusing on the warrior for as long as possible. Okay, so now I need to So we have rock tunnel available as a jump to get me over to this guy. My biggest concern is if I make a move that puts me on the other side of the traps, is it going to mean these guys will never ever come after me? And is that going to mean I starve out? But probably not, right? So rock tunnel burns, crater also burns. But the other action on crater is like really good. The other action on rock tunnel kind of sucks. So I'm doing this, and this might actually be time to burn avalanche. Oh, it really sucks to think about burning avalanche when you don't have the power up for it. I really don't have a lot of abilities left that do the power up. So I think I'm going to jump this dude, and I am just going to dirt tornado in here, even though it's kind of mostly for the muddle, I think. And you're going to long rest and just like be alive as long as possible. All right, he absorbed one more attack than he otherwise would have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we dirt tornado here, mostly for the muddle. Yep, because I knew drawing 2 cards, there's 0 chance it was going to let me have any damage on that. Okay. There we go. He did what he could do. Okay. So it's pretty hard to know what this guy's going to do. We haven't seen too many of his attacks yet, although they all look like this. Obviously, I will burn. I guess Avalanche gets burned either way. Yeah, I mean, I certainly can't burn 2 discarded cards, right? Oh, they will just walk onto the traps. Interesting. I was really not thinking they'd be willing to do that. Does that change some things? Probably not, right? It does make me want to hit this guy. So we might be able to force a double kill here. Okay, I was saying get him down to 1 and then force a double kill in the next action. But that works. That's good. And then to move, I do want to not be adjacent to this guy anymore. Because I can't hit him accurately. Obviously, we must short rest. The loss of Massive Boulder would be pretty fucking grim. That card is fine. So you know what? We're doing this. If I can beat the archer. Yeah. Moving to here and dealing 1 damage is pretty solid. And then it's just you and me, and we are 100% at the mercy of our attack deck. 2x. Killing me. Okay, got a ×0 out of that.
Running through the forest.
Oh.
Fleeing the smell of burning flesh. you now find more than enough opportunity to contemplate your actions.
I was expecting to still have to like finish the enemies on the table, you know? I know we hit the goal, but okay. Perk points. The indigent thing didn't end up being too difficult. And hey, look at that. A new record for damage taken. Really killing it out here. Yeah, that's wild that the encounter can end while you're in active melee combat with an enemy. Strange designs all over the place here. Alright, and no follow-up to that one.
How your actions sit with you must be visible on your face as you meet once more with Jexera, this time in her manor. She hands you a sack of coins with a frown. They were thieves and murderers, she says blankly. They deserved what you gave them, and that is all I will say of the matter. I have one more task I would like you to perform. I require a diamond of considerable size for a customer, but I cannot find one anywhere in the city. There is a diamond mine, however, in the southern mountains, long since lost to the wilderness. I've heard reports that it is now overrun with vermlings, no doubt with some other more intelligent force behind them. If you can fight your way in and grab the biggest diamond you can find, I will give you a considerable reward. Now, leave me in peace. Jexera's two massive Inox bodyguards step forward, directing you to leave the manor.
I gotta say, the quality of the writing and what is supposed to be like a little bit of a giving you moral qualms and stuff is very, this is very like, I'm 13 and this is deep.
Outside, contemplating your new task, you hear a small voice behind you. She's not looking for profit, you know. You turn around to see a female quattrel step out of the alley beside Jexera's house. She's clad in dark leather armor and holds a conspicuous contraption full of whirring gears and topped with a conical metal piece connected to a tube. "RG's city guard," she says, introducing herself. "I know, I don't exactly look the part, but if anyone isn't what they appear to be, it's that Valrath you've been talking to. Sure, she's a merchant, but she's up to something far more sinister."
So she's exactly what she appears to be.
"She's been trying to overthrow the military in Gloomhaven for as long as I've been here, and we're all very curious about what her current machinations are. Look, you can go do her bidding like a good little puppy if you want, but if you'd rather actually help this town keep the peace and not get overrun by the wilds, I have a different idea. We'll get to the bottom of Jexera's plans and expose her for who she really is."
Who are you? Like, I know you said city guard. Literally anyone can step out of the shadows and go, "Hey, I'm with the city guard." But like, you know, there some things to be desired is all. All right, listen, we've unlocked a city quest. That's cool, but we've also leveled up. This is what I'm excited about. Let's talk about the levels we've gained. How do I levels? Let's have our city encounter, I guess, and then we'll worry about it. As you shop for supplies at the sinking market, your hand instinctively goes for the purse at your waist, but it's gone. You quickly scan the crowd and see a small vermling darting away from you, heading directly toward a sewer grating. Well, don't just murder him. I want the coins back, but... Okay, disappears into the sewers. You try to give chase, but you don't. Once again, the famous Gloomhaven, you try to do something, but you don't. Okay, so... I gotta open your character sheet is what I gotta do. Level up. We're in Gloomhaven. Each time a mercenary levels up, you'll choose one of two new, more powerful ability cards. The card you don't choose will still be available to pick the next time you level up. You'll also unlock a new perk. As mercenaries level up, so will the party's general level. This value is used to determine enemy strength, trap damage, and the value of loot in dungeons. You didn't expect things to get easier, did you? The editorializing on the part of the UI is not good. Don't do that. Okay, Explosive Punch destroys an adjacent obstacle, attacks for 4 everyone who was adjacent to the obstacle. So we can like create a rock and then punch it real hard. And that's cool. That's a cool ability. Or Sentient Growth. Ooh, I like that. And a move that attacks and heals and none of this burns. We got to take the Sentient Growth, I think. I do like that that's a 28. That's pretty cool. I'm going to take the Sentient Growth. Don't forget to equip it if you intend to use it in the next dungeon. Oh, we just have a bunch of unequipped cards. I'm assuming, yeah, we can only have 11 cards at a time. Okay. I didn't even notice these. So a +1 attack to all your ranged attacks this round. That's cool. You may push the target into hexes containing obstacles, destroy the obstacle, target suffers 2 damage, you get XP. Yo, that's actually pretty good. Forceful Storm. Also pretty good. Why is this not equipped? Your next 6 ranged attacks while air is infused, consume the air to add bonus range. Okay, that's interesting. We don't have anything that consumes air at the moment, so all right. So we'll have to make some changes here. I'll have to unequip some stuff. Before we do that, let's level you up as well. Fatal Advance. Kill a guy. I really do like kill a guy as an action. I know it burns, but next 3 sources of damage to you, you suffer no damage instead, and you gain an XP on each one of them. That's pretty fun too. Just drop a dude from full. I think we gotta take Fatal Advance. The utility of just remove a full health enemy from combat instantly without fucking with your attack deck, I think is too great to ignore, even if it is something we can only do once. And then you're only allowed to have 10 cards equipped. Bummer. Yeah, perks. Here we go. So do you have the same perks available? Not exactly. Okay, so add 1 +1 shield self card. +1 and add 1 shielding to your self card. Ignore item effects and get a +1. I mean, I like this. I like the idea of armoring Billy, and obviously it sure would be cool to ignore a negative item effects if we're going to do that. So I think this might be the way we go. The actual modifiers are not the same either, huh? Consistency is exciting. That's certainly a good perk. But I'm going to take Fortitude. That way we can armor Billy to greater effect. And you get another one, and your stuff hasn't changed. I hate to be boring, but like just taking out all the -1s feels so good. Yeah. Do it. Focus even more. All right. That's looking a little bit better. That's weighted in the direction I want a little bit more. So, to the merchant to talk about some armor. So we just have... I want this hide armor, I think. Because this refreshes when we long rest, right? If I'm interpreting this correctly. And then, yeah, put that on your body item. And then we don't have the money for anything else. Okay, so my passive is working the way we want it to, which is wonderful. And then while we're here at the shop, is there anything else that we want? Honestly, I might just re-bless. Blessing seems very good. I might also pick up a stamina potion to replace the one I sold. I really thought that either something interesting is going to happen or we're going to get back more money than we paid for this item. And no, it didn't work like that at all. Okay, yeah, everybody's got to have a separate inventory. Can I pass things from one character to another? I would assume so. But how do I see my Maybe I'm assuming wrong. Take you back to the world map. Yeah, I actually can't seem to look at just my inventory. Well, I guess it's okay. I'll have a little bit more of a look through the UI here. I think what I'm going to do is just call it here for the day. I know we're a little early on the hour, but I want to spend some time looking at our cards and rebuilding our decks a little bit before the next thing. And also, I will see if I can figure out a way to move an item from one character to another, because it seems like a total no-brainer that you should be able to just pass a potion over. But there's a lot of weird decisions in this game, and maybe this is just one of those. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we're going to turn on Jixera, probably. She's very rude, if not evil, and that's reason enough in my book. So come back next time for that, and we'll see you then.